Hey, what's up? I'm Plays, and this is the cheapest way to get into wargaming. Now, wargaming can be kind of a sensitive topic. A lot of people feel very attached to games like Warhammer, and shy away from things like one-page rules or frostgrave. Anything that's not Warhammer, pretty much. People don't tend to like to get into because Warhammer feels very safe and very accomplished, very easy. The only issue that most people have with Warhammer, other than the complexity of rules, which can be overcome with time, is the cost of models, which cannot be so easily overcome with time. And the way around that is to play a different game, unfortunately, but also fortunately. So here's the cheapest way to get into any wargaming hobby. Um, it's to start with one page rules. Now, one page rules has this fantastic thing where you get all the rules free. And it has this next fantastic thing where they create these PDFs or pictures, right, that you can print out on printer paper. And they come out to these little squares or rectangles, right, that have an image on the top and bottom, and they're upside down to each other. And then you fold those in half, and they end up being a picture of a mini, right? And then you can cut those out, or you can just leave them like that, right? And then they'll stand on their own because they have two little flaps that come out the bottom, right? And you can play one page rules like that, right? And they give you enough to play with printouts and the rules all for free. You don't have to pay them anything. It's the easiest entry fee to any Warhammer or wargaming that there is out there. And then next, right? If you order anything from anywhere or you buy things that come in cardboard boxes, right? You can create terrain like this for extremely cheap. I made this with cardboard cutouts and hot glue. It was extremely easy and it aided me in getting into wargaming. This is another one, very simple, right? Just stuff. And another stuff things that I made were like it's like a corner of a building, right? And then I glued in levels to it so that you could stand on those. And it's in the box down there, but it's on the bottom of all the other things I made. I also made just little shipping containers that are literally just rectangles. And so it's really simple to get in at a low entry cost with one page rules. Now let's say you wanted to put in just a little more, right? Well, one page rules allows you to use any miniatures you want, right? And you just have to look at their army list before to get a general idea for the style of the models and the miniatures that are associated with that army. And then you can buy their models for $100, right? You get what is about, I think, 1,000 points on one page rules. $100 for 1,000 points is unprecedented. The equivalent and alternative is as low as $150 for 1,000 points from Games Workshops by buying models that come in half of a box set, right? Another way to do it is the most expensive way to get 1,000 points in Warhammer is Leagues of Votan. And that would be spending like $400, $450 even. Leagues of Votan is the most expensive army, totaling out to like $850 or something like that for a full 2,000 point army list. That is insane. The cheapest army list that you can get in Warhammer is $310. Now, I'm not shitting on Warhammer in any way except that the models are expensive and other people have figured out how to do them for cheaper. But to get to my point, right, you can buy 1,000 points of one page rules models for $100 on the website Only Games Co. And Only Games Co. is a website that 3D prints models in Europe. I believe they're out of the UK. And they 3D print these models and then they send them to you. Now, they take quite a long time to 3D print. And by a long time, I mean like a long time. It took 15 days. Well, no, it took like 18 days, business days, right? So that's not including weekends or holidays. It took 18 business days for them to assign a shipping label to my order. And when I say assign a shipping label to my order, I mean they haven't actually delivered it or gotten it picked up from their warehouse by the Royal Shipping Company that they have. Um, that's a long time, right? In actual weeks, that's like 4 weeks almost. Um, that is an insane amount of time to wait for minis. Um, the 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 readiness of other companies' malls is much higher. Now, something you can do. Listen here. There is a company called North Star Military Miniatures. I think that's what it's called. It might be North Star Military Figures. In any case, you can go to that website and find a butt ton of models, right? They make the models for Frostgrave and Stargrave, which are a fantasy and a futuristic skirmish and narrative skirmish game that is really cheap to get into. You can buy 20 models for that game, which you need 20 models to play uh, for, I think it's like £20. It might be £30. But in any case, let's say it's £30, right? That's about $35 or $40. 20 models for $40? Are you kidding me? That is extremely cheap. Um and the thing about this, right, is if they're producing models at that price point, how how come more people aren't buying them? First of all, second of all, why is Games Workshop selling their models for so much higher? Doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, back to the topic of the video. Listen, the topic of the video is the easiest way to get into wargaming. So, in conclusion, right, the absolute cheapest way is go through paper minis. The second cheapest way is probably through their Only Games Co. Resin models. Maybe third there is is to buy miniatures from a bunch of different companies where you find them cheap, right? Like North Star military figures or North Star military miniatures. And just accumulating groups of miniatures that look similar. I really just wanted to share the fact that One Page Rules has paper minis that are absolutely free, and you can start wargaming literally today with a printer. Um, and even if you don't have a printer, you can go Staples, right? Cheers. And with Staples, you can print things there on a USB, and you can print those and go home and make some um, cardboard and solo cup terrain, and play One Page Rules with your friends, which is the goal. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, subscribe, like, comment, do something. Watch another video, move on with your life, go play some more games. See ya.